Back in 2016, Donald Trump's slogan of "Make America Great Again" became a rallying cry for many Americans.
We are going to make America great again.
But the reality is that America's greatness cannot be restored with a single slogan, and it doesn't have the same meaning today as it did in previous years. In this video, we will break down why America will not become great again. From internal conflicts of differing ideologies to economic power, production capabilities, aging infrastructure, education, and global influence, several factors make America's greatness difficult to restore. Although this video may seem gloomy, it's the reality, and by being informed, we can better address the challenges in front of us. First, let's look at political divisions. The country is becoming increasingly divided on key issues like immigration, taxes, and education. It's becoming impossible to get everyone in the nation to agree on a single path forward. From BLM to QAnon, the American political landscape is becoming more and more fragmented. America has seen a devastating civil war before, and the signs of a new conflict are emerging. This political polarization means that the country will struggle to come together and achieve any sort of greatness. Second, America's production capabilities are waning. With outsourced production and automation, the US is no longer able to produce the goods it once did. This lack of production means that many jobs are being lost, and America is becoming increasingly dependent on foreign production. This has weakened the American economy, which is a key part of any nation's greatness. Even one of America's greatest entrepreneurs, Elon Musk, has opened factories in China and has praised the work ethic and speed of innovation there. This speaks volumes about the decline of American production capabilities, which is making it harder for America to become great again. Rather than having the latest infrastructure being built in America, entrepreneurs and developers are opting for locations that favor them better. The reason for this is that aging infrastructure in the US is often expensive and inefficient. Rather than demolishing industrial-age infrastructures, it is more cost-effective to build new infrastructure elsewhere. Cities like New York and Los Angeles are struggling to keep up with the times. When it comes to educating the next generation on practical ways to make America great again, the US has slipped behind. The focus on standardized testing and college preparation has led to an overall decline in education quality in the US. America is not doing enough to equip its citizens with the skills needed for a modern economy, and this will continue to have an adverse effect on the nation's greatness. Once great universities are now plagued with ideologies rather than factual information. The lack of a unifying narrative and the decisive nature of current education is compounded by student loan debt. Americans are spending more time on trending apps such as TikTok, where they are fed narratives that are not necessarily true. This creates echo chambers of information, making it harder to come together and make informed decisions as a nation. Most Americans are also being indoctrinated into consuming entertainment rather than educational content through the monetization of attention by foreign companies. TikTok in particular has faced flack for this, but social media in general can be seen as a massive distraction from the task at hand of making America great again. That's why subscribing to this channel is so important to stay informed and on top of things. Influence is often overlooked, but it's an important part of a nation's greatness. America used to have global influence through its culture, economics, and military power. However, other nations are now starting to flex their muscles, and the US is no longer able to dictate how the world works. This has weakened America's influence and ability to shape the global landscape. From movie studios emerging in Bollywood, India, and China's incredible animation to a growing arms race, the US is no longer able to dictate terms or force its will on global events. This decline in influence is making it difficult for America to truly gain the upper hand in negotiations and new innovations. One key power play that opposing countries showed recently is their detachment from the US dollar. US dollars were dependent on being the global reserve currency to stabilize the value of the currency. However, recent news of major countries forming trade alliances that don't involve the US dollar has caused a fear of an economic crisis in America. Finally, let's look at the economic power of America. The US economy has been slowing for years, and the economic downturn caused by the pandemic has only made things worse. This means that there is less money to fund the social programs and infrastructure needed to make a nation great. Inflation has been rampant since the US dollar was no longer backed by gold in 1971, and the US has been printing money at an unprecedented rate to pay for its massive budget deficits. This will only lead to more inflation and could lead to an economic crisis if not addressed. The stimulus checks given out during the pandemic were like fuel to an already burning fire. It was an attempt to reignite the economy, but it also caused inflationary pressure that weakened the US dollar. The Federal Reserve attempted to lower inflation by raising interest rates, but that just caused some banks to collapse. A crisis of confidence in the economy and political instability is now a result. The promise of greatness is a hard one to keep, and America's current state makes it difficult to become great again. Political divisions, waning production capabilities, lack of global influence, poor education, and a weakening economy make it hard for the US to achieve greatness. Although these are all major challenges, they're not insurmountable. With careful planning, America could still rise up to be a great nation. It will take the courage to make hard decisions and the commitment to work together for the greater good. National superpowers have failed in the past before, and as Ray Dalio puts it, the changing world order is upon us. I hope this video shared some light on why America will not become great again. Please share this with your friends and families so that we can have a better understanding of the current state of America. We should never give up hope, but nor should we be complacent in the face of our current challenges. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to see how this will evolve in the future.